let's get into this.
Getting into that grand final.
We got GENG on attack and RRQ on defense.
Achieving that for the very first time while also conquering one of the biggest demons that they have faced.
They want to go for aggro A, and they don't have any idea the Omen's TP'd out. They have no idea, and that flash as well is absolutely wrecked them.
Yeah, who else? Karan there is going to come up huge with a double kill. Had a few rough games here and there this stage.
Well, we had a conversation about this on Plat Chat, and I think we mentioned it a couple of times on the stream. Like Karen in like group games and stuff, sure. Karen when it's like playoffs, big LAN games, he's just a monster.
Bit more damage.
Yeah, I mean this was literally just them not hearing the TP.
That's the pistol going the way of GENG, starting things off right here on this attacker side.
Yeah, just a clean break into the rubble area. And they're able to find a couple good kills, a good flash as well from Foxy9 to back up Munchkin on the follow-up after Karan's two-piece. Just a swing around the corner, and they're just not ready. They're still holding the line. They're not anticipating that he's got that far. And a little bit of a oopsies there for RRQ, but at the end of the day, GENG, good post plants, pretty much had won the round off the rip. And from there,
they're allowed 2 deaths, full eco.
Smooth sailing into now their anti-eco, a rifle for Texture, a bulldog for Ash, guardian for Karan, and a couple pistols. So willing to lose a couple players in this round are GENG. Try to carry over some bigger weaponry into that bonus. And they're just checking, looking to see where's the stack.
Chobra rooting for RRQ? Nah, not anymore,
Lotus,
surely.
That, you know, maybe there's going to be a 4-1 somewhere.
I mean, he is, but it's not official anymore, so it's okay.
Might be losing it here. Yep, Jemkin will be able to find that kill. Just go down to 10 HP.
Okay, but it's still okay, right? They only lose the ghost, and everyone that takes the risk is the ghost.
Stack is going to be on A, and that being said, GENG seems to think that maybe RRQ would have rotated off that, with just Munchkin being
the idea here is that
typically,
GENG think they've gone for a heavy stack over towards C after clearing over towards A. But actually,
too bad of a read, but that's a good kill for Ash.
Okay, this gives it away.
Jemkin trying to scale forward here off the back of the salvos.
A nice shot.
Find somebody there with that stun, but Texture still able to go ahead and find the headshot.
With what was going on there, maybe they had to wait like a little bit of the salvos.
Blast back forward. It's going to be Foxy9 actually collecting the eliminations here. Sparrow will
hard to
find
get the timing on that.
But as you're talking about, all of the weapons will be collected, carried forward, as GENG get a relatively clean anti-eco.
Yeah, not bad at all. Just checking again to see if there was presence on A. Ash confirms, gets a kill. Sure, you kill Munchkin, but again, those 2 pistols, those 2 ghosts, totally fine to lose. Yeah, yep. Really nicely done. Texture goes bounding in. Foxy gets a couple kills with the ghost himself. And I look forward to some kind of Texture reaction
big
today.
fire rounds. What we
I'm
got?
sure there will be plenty.
It's the best.
I mean, we have 2 of the most boisterous players on stage with him and Monyen on the opposite side. It's going to be Jemkin, though, getting involved. Statuesque, as always, but finds the headshot. And Texture gets taken down nice and early here in the round.
It's definitely quite the dichotomy between some of those players. Jemkin
Ready
definitely
to wake up to snow? Did it snow here? I haven't checked.
There's Monyet, Texture.
That wouldn't surprise me. That's crazy out here.
More for you. Munchkin already tucked all the way up behind the door, listening for sound cues to try to make some reads for his squad and maybe see if he could catch anybody. Tries to get a little bit too far.
Okay, re-clear over towards A.
Before it checks
only spots position. 1.
So again, they're setting up for the lurk now to rotate to the other side of the map. Try to let Munchkin try to see if
Bro, underground bunker. This is too early. I haven't looked outside.
With the fade utility, that's gonna bring out the response here from the Viper.
I'm just getting around, and Munchkin, he is swooping in closer and closer. And
God, it looked like he was going to get multi there. Still,
for a second,
1 for 1, but they do get a free side, so it's super doable.
Player, rather, advantage here for the side of RRQ.
Dude, even in a 3v3, they have a luck. This might actually work. Sorry, 3v4.
Into the site. Still a late lurk from Foxy9, but no one swinging through B. Still has a potential for a backstab.
There's a good chance they don't expect the luck here. 3v4, normally you would need the numbers to secure the site. So there is a good chance for this. That's nice from Foxy9 as well. In some reposition, they got to speed up over towards site now. Go for a smoke.
Strafing forward, Karan, good for the transfer in. Now just Crazy Guy left.
Dude, this decision to go for a lock in a 3v4 is giant.
Drift away, try to hold on to the weapon, but that's going to be a big
It's so much trust in the two.
Side of GENG. As fault line, will it connect? It's going to be a little bit too shallow. It's going to be util in hand as
that's a lovely one from GENG. That was nice.
Huge bonus win here for GENG, and it's just classic sort of GENG playstyle. Munchkin loves these
Foxy
kind
won
of
the round, yeah, for sure.
He's able to get deep into enemy territory.
You just don't. I mean, even though they were like on top of looking at it, he got a good timing. But you just don't expect it that much.
Meteor, who was on those lurks, now you've got Foxy finding his kind of groove in that system. I mean, I think one of the things that, going back to GENG earlier in this part of the year when Foxy9 comes in on the Sentinel role, is he was having trouble finding those timings on those lurks. And that was probably a reason why they might have set him down. And Texture just gets one off the rip. Jump is gone.
The revenge for the previous round there. Texture seeing that jump as well, knows that Cushy is going to be nearby. There's Karan just spraying him out. So able to go ahead, find that one. Texture finding Monyet at the same time. Further damage dealt. GENG all but assuring that Thrifty is impossible.
Blame Chobra for the RRQ cast. I mean,
orbit pickup gets Texture.
They've already done something that I haven't been able to do for years. So
might be able to do some damage with this.
I feel like there's no cast anymore. It's moved on.
Expect anything too crazy. Stinger in hand for Crazy Guy though. Sometimes that can get you a one and done.
Yeah, Munchkin, I'm not sure if you want to peek that one with the Outlaw. We'll opt to back away. Texture, however, seems to favor his odds, and we'll just eventually go ahead and get the adjustment.
Nice.
Repeats for him.
This GENG against Old Fish 123. Who wins? Mate, I'm not sure we get a round.
It starts to get real concerning for RRQ on this defender side.
Would we get a round?
Bank account going to be very flush for the side of GENG.
Artist would say he would get a round, but I'm not too sure.
Right before the flash bloomed, he got the spot. Karan just leading the charge, Texture covering him, watching those tracers through the smoke.
One hero round, yeah. Who's the hero though? That's the question. He's giving us that hero.
Cruise control. Just classic GENG.
Off to the races so far. As mentioned, Showstopper is available. Texture, blast packing forward. Xpero here by himself. Showstopper now going to be drawn in. Oh, spots him out right there in the smoke.
This is the second buy round you go up against a Razor fast. Hey, it's a good change of pace from GENG. It's just the Lotus classic though, to be honest. Razor fast over towards C.
Wow. Swing.
It's fast as well.
Manages to plant his feet and find Crazy Guy's head. And now, given that you have given this up with the shear wall, you have to call for the three-player save. RRQ just have to let GENG move up 5-0. You have to anticipate that there's also going to be a timeout at the back end of this.
Well, and this is why when you hear people talk about some of the best duelists in the world, this round right here is why Texture is always in the conversation. He just wins you around on his own. Yes,
that's your buy round done.
He has the showstopper, but it's that follow-up kill.
It's one of the best starts you can ever have in this game. Max money, max money. Three of them.
There's the protocols behind with the shear wall and all that. But it's Texture winning you this round all by himself almost. I mean, just crazy good stuff from him. He looks really sharp today. I think in stage one in particular, Texture has looked back to last year's form, back to when he was just one of those guys who is going to win you tons of rounds. And he's going to kick indoors for you. It seems like
he's going to kick
this little adjustment as well. Very nicely done. 78 HP, no problem. Takes down the IGL of RRQ on the backside.
Alice said they get 4 to 5 rounds on a good day. I think that's pretty fair. I thought he would overrate him, but that's actually pretty fair.
This is their map pick. This is GENG's map pick. This is strength to strength for both teams, right? You know, some of their best maps in terms of Lotus first, Icebox second. And GENG is just looking ready and raring to go back to another Masters and try to get another title.
Yep. Obviously, both teams already have that ticket confirmed. They will be going to Toronto. But for RRQ, being able to be the first seed into a grand final.
Besides G2, who would you say are some of the players that didn't win a title but deserve it?
In that series.
There's loads, to be honest. Most of Heretics.
Be absolutely monstrous here for them.
Most Paper X were back in the day.
Pressure, especially when you're going up against a team like GENG, who has a strong record versus you.
Honestly, some of the old DRX players like Mako should have.
We'll see, though, what the adjustments look like here for RRQ. Still are on this defending side. They don't need to scrape together too many rounds to be able to make a go of this. As long as the players come online, we know what kind of impact Jemkin can have, but right now, it's not really being seen.
Yeah, and this is a tough ask for RRQ and their coaching staff. GENG's done a really good job of showing a bunch of different looks, a bunch of different plays off of taking early Rebel control.
Artist has a tile.
Do they regress into that
Leave
space?
him
How
alone.
aggressively do they regress into that space? Do they want to just get a kill and dip out like they did on the anti-eco? Do they want to control some of this territory to get Munchkin set up? Now, that poison cloud gonna land, so you know Munchkin is over here, but you don't know what's going to be on the back side of it. That's what makes it so tricky. He's going to tuck himself into this corner again, but this time he immediately pops the door. He's letting them know. So it's so hard to read.
He gets so much free space. Oh boy.
Munchkin just too snappy.
Dude, GENG are annihilating them.
Once again here.
It's a really rough start at the moment. This is the third buy rounds.
Considering a double face.
And
Munchkin
already
man
down.
Come away with a second kill there. Texture bounce, bounding forward, has the hot reveal, swings in. I don't think Crazy Guy had any idea of his position, but Cushy similarly able to go ahead and catch Foxy.
That's a bold play from Cushy to keep going for him.
On the site, swings in from behind. Xfero now has to clutch this out. Vandal recovered, but he is just strafing forward, and Texture, a little bit of misalignment there to begin.
See, the 3 buy rounds have been pretty rough. They got outplayed in 4v3. There was a raise for the next one, and this one. I mean, Munchkin's just done this round.
Doing something he hasn't done yet, which is opening that door, and he's just ready for a player to be tucked behind that box. Wins a couple duels. A good reveal from Ash. He pays the price.
They fight together. Yeah, they're playing very individually. Not wrong.
Texture to create that extra flank angle to eliminate Cushy at the front of C main, and then just again aggressively push C Hall.
I don't know what he said.
I didn't hear it. I was
They
talking.
get the Outlaw out, and there's
Perhaps.
5 people that can get one shot as well. Like, now you can see they're desperate.
All right.
Sorry, 4 people.
Jumkin played for an early.
What do you think would be more effective at cheering somebody up? A video of puppies or a video of just Texture freaking out?
Oh, for me, Texture.
I feel like it's close.
He is like a puppy. You're right. It is kind of. I mean, he's so excited about the smallest things. The video of him spilling coffee on his desk the other day was hilarious.
I need to see that one.
It's so funny.
Monyet spotted, but has he spotted Munchkin? Seems like yes. Slowed down on the jiggle peeking. Cushy though, swooping forward.
Yeah,
they don't
it's
have the
an
read
easy
after all.
one.
Munchkin, ooh, doesn't anticipate.
Hey, I like the off angle from Monyet here. That was smart.
Monyet gets him out on a wider angle, so is able to trade that out.
He knows that
That's your Tejo
the Outlaw's probably going to start searching. That's a normal angle. If he goes to this, maybe the pre-aim will be on the floor.
Not in hand here for the round.
Now you're just going to have to try to fight your way through now. A lot of pressure on Ash to set things up. Monyet actually just repositioning into the site.
Whoa.
Set up here. Try to crunch off the
Yeah,
back of
not
this
sure
rolling
about this
thunder.
one. Nothing can really get off the back of it. The only thing that can happen is like a heavier rotate, some kind of push over towards C. As we can see, it's a B split.
Crazy Guy still kind of reading this late lurk.
Time though.
The pivot into B. He's trying to buy this.
Dude, RRQ are playing rough.
Away from main. Foxy9 there to capitalize. The spike now going to be planted. Xfero just going to be banking that snake bite in, but loses his life. Jimkin now is asked to do it all. A 1v4 with Foxy watching the angle, hitting the headshot. 7-0 now the scoreline.
Yeah, look at him go.
RRQ need to be considering that second timeout call here.
They were just playing individual. Yeah, they were all just. There's no teamwork really at the moment.
They've just been cruising. Nice reposition there from Monyet.
It's like one of those as well where they're so focused on the score, like they realize they're behind, that everyone's also trying to like do the plays.
On their defender side of Lotus, you've got the
like everyone's taking the risks that you shouldn't be taking.
How much are you willing to invest?
They literally, right at the moment, have 11 kills collectively on the side of RRQ. Texture has that.
Both ready in Toronto, yeah.
They are just getting out-fragged and out-thought at the moment.
For sure. I mean, they are losing a lot of the 1v1s. And then the follow-ups at times as well. Tuck 2 right behind the rock. Umbot.
Yeah, they're expecting some kind of Bucky or Judge close.
Checks behind Rebel.
Jumping out wide, Sheriff in hand.
No util to check this.
Ash is suspecting it, though.
Wait, is there a gun down there?
Know how much space they've given up on that C side of the map. Have eyes on it here for the moment.
There's a gun down for him to pick up, right?
As they push forward in towards
There's a backup gun for the outlaw guy.
Crazy guy. Fault line here.
This gets really weird. Doors are open, clears over towards C.
Another slow going
Now
round.
what?
Right now, Munchkin, he's actually in behind Jemkin. Eyes turning back over. He's going to catch a glimpse. Jemkin still unscouted. Texture bounding around. Does fall.
So okay, and he got info. So because of the person I saw, yeah, he's gonna think they're like taking a lot of space here. Dude, it's so unlucky that he actually had a gun around the corner.
My texture impression.
30 seconds left.
Yeah. Foxy's shown that he has a future in the Valorant Carnival. As a juggler, perhaps. As he is continuing to hold this angle. Just keep these weapons out of hand. Crazy guy taken down. Swing out. Eventually finds the spray. Cushy gone.
The problem for RRQ is they got another big buy coming up, and they're about to go up against every single
Drops
ult.
it on the site and guarantees the round here for GENG. Guarantees this flawless
Might be one of
round
those.
around
Might be one of those where they just gotta
They've been
focus on not getting
really
13
good.
nailed.
I mean, the only small mistake they've made is Jemkin got into C lobby without anybody noting it. And they lost texture for it. Big deal.
That was our excuse, Lotus, before this match. It was actually pretty good. A lot of it was down to just Jemkin being a beast, though. Like, they don't have... They got some nice stuff, but it's not like... It's not like the best team play stuff on defense. Their attack's way better than their defense.
Operator now for Jemkin. Big round here for RRQ. Could turn it on its head. He misses the first shot.
Going out a little bit wide there. Texture able to get himself forward. He's one charge away from having that showstopper. Norb right here in front of him. So
yeah, this might be the 5th ult for them. Yeah, I mean, we got everything here.
Ready. Both blast packs obviously committed. Suppress now going to be connecting as well.
Bait ult goes in. Tayo ult that forces you into the ops, kind of nice.
Set up there from Cushy with the Armageddon. Pushes out the raise and they're able to capitalize. Kill is found.
Oh.
Steel guarded now, however, going to be invested here on the side. Karon trying to swoop in off the back side of that one. Is unable to do so. And one yet over at Mound finds Munchkin. Best chance in a round.
Yeah, for sure, best chance.
So far. As Karon takes aggressive space. He immediately gets the tap looks for the transfer for the third. Cannot. But
it's still okay, though.
2v3 now with Fox. He tucked here at stairs. TP forward, Banya basically shoulder to shoulder, and Foxy, some damage dealt, but kill not found. Paranoia gonna be dodged out. Ash has to do it all, spots the first, looks for the transfer.
Okay, they're on the board.
Will stand tall. 13-0, no more.
They got some ults out of them.
This is just a tremendous counterplay here by Cushy. Great ideas. They know that they're going to feed this ult orb to Texture, so you can send out the drone, nullify Texture's ult briefly, and then counter with your own Armageddon off of GENG's Nightfall to isolate Texture, put him in a really uncomfortable position, and he walks out into the open of Jemkin's operator. So that round, well thought out, well designed, and well executed. RRQ finally.
Yeah, it might help a lot now they got the op out as well.
So they can keep their economy.
It did make a bit of a difference into that round earlier. The tail was kind of nice.
All's well that ends well. Still have that showstopper to consider. Oh.
And this time it's going to be Munchkin taken down.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of, I think this is his third entry. Well, I say entry, third first go.
These things get a little bit dicey. Gate crash is set up in Waterfall here for the moment. So Prowler waits it out, eventually clears it. This time Showstopper going to be sent in towards the back. Crazy guy over.
He did good to get that kill before he went down, though.
Before the rocket can connect. Player advantage still going to be here for RRQ.
Planted.
Vink, thank you so much for the Prime, bro. Appreciate the 4 months. Thank you for that.
Take a cheeky angle.
Swap of the weapons. It's Foxy trying to play it unexpected timing, perhaps. But Ash gets 2 crisp shots, and Cushy and Xfero now suddenly eliminated.
Surely.
Tucks back around the corner. The fake out leading the charge. The real thing, however, finding the kill. Double face coming in.
Okay. Dude, I was going to say, imagine he wins that 2v4.
Right,
I like the idea from Foxy9. He's trying to insta-swing off the drone as well, so they don't expect him to be so close.
GENG not able to find those favorable trades.
I mean, everyone getting their one there was good, right? Jemkin, crazy guy.
That opening pick from Jemkin, very important that he's going to find those. So many of these rounds are coming down to which duelist can break things open first. That is disgusting from Ash.
Yeah, it's nice shots.
Jemkin here, just leading the charge around the corner. Ash knows they're coming, but not much he can do there. Two players coming through. Now a little bit of confidence in Odin for Monette. Let's see what RRQ can get done. Looks like just the two controllers for GENG going to contest Rubble. And that's going to be a TP forward by Karan. Dodge some of those bullets. None of them connecting.
Paranoia at the ready.
Yeah, they want to fast salvo punish over towards Rubble.
And we'll go ahead and send one door. Going to be broken. Double face out.
Yeah, it's so strong. The salvo's insta-breaking the door so that you don't like get any warning.
It's another great start to a round here from RRQ. Op shot. Not going to connect this time around. Foxy is able to go ahead and scale forward a bit. This flash not quite connecting. The shorty.
No way, where's the bullets gone? 8 HP.
Foxy with a sliver. Does manage to hold on.
Oh boy, not like this.
Similarly, getting headshot. Falls down to about half HP, but still does manage to go ahead and stay alive. Stealth drone going to be cleared. Munchkin collects the operator. He's going to go ahead and look to peek in at Waterfall. Holds the angle, cannot readjust.
That was so nearly a double.
Goes in, Ash, able to dodge this one out. Salvos and everything thrown at him. Oh, kitchen sink may as well be chucked in. He just wants him to peek the angle. Eventually is able to get him to do so.
Damn.
As Ash looks to try to clutch this one out.
Devastating.
Did he defuse? I don't think he has. It's just being held. Monette, he's got the one way to try to play off. Ash
Man, this is close though. Ash is almost winning some mad rounds over towards C. Dude, every round RRQ have won is not because of the op, but every round they've had the op basically.
4 and 8 half.
Well, this time
This one was the only one where it wasn't the op getting the first goal.
For that GENG player that's trying to tuck in outside a door. Got a couple players stacked towards the destructible door at A-Link themselves. And Munchkin there, 2 huge kills to nullify the pit, but switches over to the op and isn't sure if someone's
getting
tucked
enough,
in the
good or bad?
right-hand
It's good,
side.
dude.
It's kind of caught, switching
Definitely
back and
good.
forth. A nice attempt again. I mean, Ash has hit some snappy shots.
That is just so
on
open.
site.
Yeah.
But
He's
just,
only got 7 kills, but
The game's gonna be so fun about that.
Nice little one taps.
yeah.
Because people can really do.
Stun
No way.
Armageddon,
No way.
And that is texture dead. A great little trap play off the rip.
How?
From the side of
Without
RRQ.
with
There's jump peek.
with Satchels, he couldn't get out.
No, I'm not gonna go for that again.
What happened? He messed up his satchel, hit the head, lost all speed.
Was able to jiggle it well enough.
Yeah, it looked like he messed up. He kind of did the direct up
Doesn't wanna
satchel.
push his luck just yet. Maybe waiting for a little bit more space to be taken at C. Still again, just Xfero.
I mean, he got stunned, yeah, but
for now, although
I think he should always be able to get out with the satchels there. I think he messed it a little bit.
Pretty nicely for GENG. They're able to bait the drone out. Just a little bit of pressure, but that shot from Jemkin.
It's the tap of the door from GENG. In response to the stealth drone coming out that gives Jemkin the angle. Foxy unable to clear it previously. Munchkin's shot going wide. 3 players now left standing. Just Karan with an ultimate. Ash dead means that you don't
Dude,
have
it's definitely something they got to look into. Every round they had the op, they won.
Jemkin does go ahead, eats the lion's share of it, but he's got the quick exit from the gate crash. Karan now going to be TPing into the back of a site, but Monette is still holding A lobby. With this Rebel control, push out, snaps down, Munchkin dead.
Love the kill. Smoke gives him a lot of space to work around as well, especially if he doesn't know where the Omen actually is.
Reinforce the position. An ace clutch for Karan to get a 9-3 half.
Okay, it's a good recovery from RRQ. They're probably still going to lose the map, but they can at least look at this and go, well, looks like we have to have the op for us to actually win on defense a little bit.
No one on the approach from that angle. Every single
So they can kind of have a better game plan, try and prioritize it more in the future. Maybe they can look at the rounds where they don't have an op and work out how to win them as well.
And in the end, RRQ will be able to go ahead and collect 4 rounds here in the back end of this half, covering it as much as humanly possible as they get ready to go on the attack.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal play. Once RRQ was able to get into that operator, that really gave GENG fit. So many of those opening picks start going the way of RRQ.
Hello, Webber, mate. Good morning.
Made things really, really challenging. And that's a great setup again. A nice little trap place. You can see some of these ideas, some of these designs that RRQ had coming into this map, able to come to fruition later in the half. But was that 8-round streak that GENG was able to run going to be too much for them to overcome? I was getting worried there for a second that I miscounted rounds. Because like, they went back and it was like 8-3, and I'm like, did I pull a Lakia?
Nah, the HUD just had a little bit of a...
Lakia.
A little bit of a heart murmur there. Stuttered for a brief little moment.
Hey!
Look at who it is. RB. Back over here visiting. Cutest human being. They're going to say each other. How adorable. But of course, Binbon, one of our Korean commentators, has the day off, decided to bring RB back into the studio.
Yeah, such a nice guy. Came and talked to us for a little bit. Asked him how IGLing is going. He said it's difficult. It's hard.
I don't think that many IGLs would disagree with that.
No, it is very challenging, of course. And see, GENG over to the defender side. RRQ, a chance to maybe turn this map on its head a bit. That 4-round streak might be in the back of GENG's brains a bit. It looked so good early.
The Satchel worked, he just satcheled the wrong way. I mean,
really
yeah.
Big problems. That is an incredible drawing.
Yeah.
That's him messing it up.
Ever the artists. Our Korean fans.
Dude, yeah, most of
See though.
the Korean sign's always crazy,
RRQ
man.
Fares dropped the opening
It's
pistol.
been so long on
Started
them.
that monstrous 8-round win streak here for the side of GENG.
Teams
Very
tend
much
to
need to
miss
see
out on
them
mistakes
pick
on the
this one
maps
up.
they
Jim
win
Kim
out.
working his way forward.
I mean, you always
Well,
VOD
not
review
gonna
and you look
scout him.
into stuff, but I think it's a lot more
Sure makes it back around the
like
opposite side of the
sometimes you
wall,
make
and will just
mistakes
slide in.
and you get the kills
over here
anyway,
at A.
or you win the round, so you
4-1
like
stack
don't actually look
essentially for
into it.
GENG.
Like sometimes it's a lot more
RRQ's
obvious
making
and
good
prominent
reads.
when you're actually like losing.
Jemkin getting that space for free, not being identified by texture. Just saw a player. Cushy spotted. That Teho might give away enough here for GENG to start going for these
But people
moves,
still
but
VOD review
Next
the
barrel.
games they won.
Karan, however, gets the
Timing.
first spot.
Dude, those
Double
crouches
face, they're
are
able to
so
go ahead and
rough.
Take him down, so kill is found. Texture now playing dodge. The player is just shifting away from RRQ, waiting for some reinforcements to join in here on this A site, which RRQ know that for the moment is secure. Take to try to clear. Cushy taking some forward space, ends up getting taken down. Jemkin riding the rope. He's able to trade one back there. Snaps
what?
up, finds another headshot, a third kill forward.
Dude, I
for
was gonna say
Texture.
Jemkin nearly did a madness.
Pick up a 3K.
2-0 pistols,
Spike
give me a
never
short
planted.
one.
GENG 2 for 2 in pistols, and now up 9-4.
That's brutal for RRQ. Looked like they might be able to fight their way back. Some trickery on the ropes, but a great haunt again. Ash has come in very, very big with some of this fade util to set up his other teammates. Jemkin there. Oh, that second was nasty right out of the air to get Karan. Texture back to what we saw in the first half of this map. Crisp, clean, has to be all classics for RRQ. Not able to get that plant down, not able to get a little extra cash. Maybe buy a sheriff or two or something, but Munchkin gonna have that judge holding right around the B door. And instead, RRQ is gonna be dodging a lot of this, but a little bit of contact off of a Prowler.
I mean, 4 classics, they're not gonna get too much, yeah.
His flash,
Ooh.
ooh, he took
Hold
a
up.
bunch of damage.
Little
Down to
dink.
72, I think. The rest
feel
of it
good.
decay. He's now going to be sent. GENG just throwing some delay util. There's Texture peeking out from stairs, able to find one. Ash,
I mean, that's a lovely little
set up from the baby
crossfire.
door, finds Moneyette. Prowler scouting a little bit more as Texture continuing to push forward, finds Xpharaoh. Karan just strafing across, Spectre in hand. Finds it, and it's going to be another 3K back-to-back for Texture. So one charge away from a showstopper as we go into GENG's bonus here in the second half. It's now 18-7-1.
This is extremely concerning for RRQ because, believe it or not, defender side is actually one of the better sides of this map for GENG. Like, they generally go positive. Like, at worst, they're going even on their defender side in a lot of their matches. Even in, like, in the loss, the last loss they had, which was against T1 in the lower finals.
GENG? No, GENG are playing good, man.
Or excuse me,
GENG are playing really good.
Like,
But
they went 6
a
and
lot
6
of
on their
it's
defender
down
side.
to,
So, like,
I mean, a lot of it's down
this
to
is really
Double
painful
Pistol
for
and
RRQ.
RRQ playing a little bit
Really
individually when they didn't
stalwart
have the
GENG
op.
team.
I would also say that Texture and
All
Karan are
balls.
playing like
So
insane.
too does Jemkin, cut in half by the judge. It's Karan looking for the peek. And wow. Shot just snaps in for it.
Yeah, dude, look at the teamwork diff from the first. Like, I mean, look at the first 8 rounds, teamwork-wise. I mean, honestly, you could probably include all of them.
RRQ
Like, every single thing's been like some kind of
trying to have to
crossfire now.
save the 2 weapons that they still have in hand. you would suspect.
They just have way better teamwork on defense.
Strafing forward, does manage to come away with a kill. Picks one off, but I don't think GENG are going to be too bothered by it whatsoever. See if they try to still make a go of this.
I'm glad Paper X aren't playing GENG to qualify.
Definitely not going to be easy.
Weapon upgrade.
Dude, the RX is still good though.
But doesn't want to make the noise.
Yep.
Chiron seems to be reading it perfectly, but doesn't get the shot perfectly. Wide swings out, crazy guy. Able to find that kill, but 25 seconds. Unless they want to start sprinting into B, this round is already over.
Yep. Not much else to do. Just hold the angles at this point for both teams. I mean, again, you know, GENG just so aggressive. Gets right up behind that toxic screen initially with a judge and punishes Jemkin. It's just trying to gain a little bit of space. Ash? Ooh, close. Saw him, but crazy guy, I don't think going to give him the opportunity. That should be on to the next round, and it's another bonus conversion.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so dumb.
For GENG. I mean, they are just
Gonna start looking at Icebox.
monstrous here on this map. They have been really, really good so far this year, other than their one loss to T1. This has been their map. And RRQ, some ideas there on that defender side, but it's probably too little too late now.
Yeah. Dimensional drift, the only real thing to speak of here. As GENG just setting out a C's and 8 combination. Showstopper in hand here, protects you, swooping forward, getting caught off guard. Crazy guy finds two, Jemkin finds another. And suddenly,
how's Crazy Guy double dinking two people there?
Versus 5, weapons upgraded.
I get the first one, they checked out the corner, but
right as rain. What just happened?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, Foxy9 just
it's the last time GENG gonna go super aggro, that's for sure.
I think it's Munchkin here.
Azine, thank you so much. Azine3112 with that tier 1. Thank you so much, man.
That's about all you really can do at this point. This round is door shut. Move on to the next, and that was strange.
What do you think about G getting MCE? I mean, it's a great move for them.
I mean, I get it. Some of them were on an eco, but they carried some guns over.
They needed someone like him.
I think it's worth going Showstopper there. I mean, just end the map. Do some emotional damage to this RRQ squad. Get into Icebox as fast as possible. Instead,
this is a replay round. This is a round that we need to see the replay. Is what I mean to say.
Yeah, I agree.
Not like a replay round where to replay the round. We're not in the we're going to keep moving forward here. But what happened is my question.
Bunch of Tejo util, breach util, yeah.
That's not even right. He's just
clean shots off that. I mean,
yeah, he's just wrecking everyone with Classic.
Yeah.
Counteracts the attempted crunch play here from GENG.
Yeah, it's really well set up. Trap the player in the corner, hit some good Classic shots.
Okay, we'll give him a chance because RRQ at least are very good with their Yoru ults. So let's see if that trend continues. You got late TP over towards B.
Over towards the B site. A little bit of spam early, but no pressure.
Yeah, this is a nice one, so you can start your ult back at B. Make sure you get max time out of it. And this is the patch where it's nerfed as well, right? Oh no, they're on ult patch. Tunnel vision's so heavy. Holy, he didn't check back his sight. Oh boy, well, okay, it really is done.
Similar scenes here for Monette. Caron just up and over the top.
I tell you what, you know the 2 seconds less on the Yoru ult, it's actually gonna make a lot of difference. Like he pretty much went out when he had 2 seconds left. So you actually have to like commit and think fast.
Nothing left to do but try to save.
Or TP out.
It's RRQ.
It's a tough spot to be in, and the orb pickup has just kind of given away the position.
I cast the Yoru ult. Dude, I'm telling you, the Yoru ults have been
you're stuck.
Have been great up until then. He just tunnel visioned a bit.
Just holding with an op over towards your
It was good from GENG though. One hiding the whole time. Looked like they had a good idea of like what they like to do with the ults.
Don't want to drop this operator.
It does not have the money for another one, and whips the shot. Slides back.
And another
shot. Okay, crazy guy with a nice headshot. Are they sprinting in for a plan? I think it's just sprint to get in behind rubble here. Surely.
10 seconds left.
Hey, he had to, because he went door, he can't plant. If he didn't go door, he could plant.
Looking for a flank. Well, the time's just not there either way, so can maybe get some plant money, but Charon is just going to say no. Denies that away. Op is scooped up by Munchkin, so they're able to go ahead and keep their hands on that. 12-5, map point now here in hand for GENG.
Smooth sailing. Able to recover the op, it looks like. So all's well that ends well for GENG there. Nice little up and over for Charon. Yeah, texture. Great with the
Texture's movement
Not
is
so
kind
good
of
with the
nuts.
operator, but
It gets all the way out.
Just all over the map for GENG, being so proactive. Really punishing RRQ, and RRQ's going to pull their last time out. Again, this is more about mental stability than anything. I mean, look,
Yeah,
this team
probably
could
just
go on
like
run.
a show
I don't
me.
doubt it, but you want to
That's not
make sure
focus
that
on
they're not
winning.
getting
Just
too
show
down
me
on
some
themselves.
rounds.
Get a couple wins here.
Show me some team play.
Going to Icebox, feeling better.
Yeah. Just a quick little pump of the brakes. Make sure
Back
all
to the
is going
closer
to be well
game.
here.
I mean, it was double pistol into
this
double
map comes to a
bonus. There's only so
conclusion.
much you can do. But
Or they run
RRQ
back
were
7 in
also
a
just
row.
not playing good
Strange
enough for it to
thing
be.
have occurred.
Yeah, I mean, look, GENG
That
ran 8 in a
close.
row, so.
Could do it.
I will also say that, like, the bonuses were because of GENG though.
I suspect that it's going to be the former though.
Like that was the Foxy 9.
Yep.
To spur them onward here to Toronto and beyond.
That was the Foxy 9 lurk round, I think, on attack.
Absolutely. I mean, nobody wants to go up against this GENG
What makes
team.
it so hard for teams
They're
to be
so
consistent.
good.
Too easy to
They're on
snowball in the
point,
game,
especially,
and
like,
method changes all
obviously,
the time.
fragging power of this team,
And it's
but,
just a game of just
you know, as
small
they've
little
been
things.
progressing this year with these new
And
players,
as well, it's not like CS where you can,
coordination,
like, everything
the
you
reads
learn
are
in
looking
CS,
better
you
and
can
better
just
and
do
better.
every single time.
Munchkin
And
is
like,
finding his groove again. I
there
mean, it
isn't
just
too much to
could be
change. Everything in this
spring
game,
rolls
like, you
around,
gotta
that's when
change
Munchkin
something really.
wakes up out of
If you
his
do a lot of stuff,
hibernation.
you just get
Spring
antied.
rolls.
You can't do it again.
Spring rolls.
Or you
that
can
does
do it,
sound
but it
really
has to
good
be
right
like
now.
after 5 rounds of showing something
Texture
else.
this time. Able to hit the shot. 3 peak spots out multiple and cannot get away with the blast pack. At the same time, Jemkin over outside rubble here. Finds a headshot.
Like,
on
CS has just been the
Ash.
same meta with a couple of
Charon on
smokes
the hunt,
changed the majority of the
the
time.
opening shots.
Maybe someone comes up with a new
Both players
strat
widely
that everyone
going their
steals,
separate
but
ways. Seaside
the strat
still
book is like
targeted
set.
here for the side of
It's
RRQ at
like,
the moment.
do you know what it is?
Munchkin
The closest we've ever had to it is
behind the box is unread.
damn dude.
Absolutely
The
unexpected.
closest we've ever had to it is like Ascent. You know when you used to watch
Absolutely
Ascent and everyone was
unpunished.
playing the
2
same
kills found,
comp,
2 players
and then you
remaining to the
just
side of
you would see just
RRQ.
the same strats over and over
Lucian
again.
Moniette
That's like how
facing back
CS
in,
was.
a bit of damage suffered here. He looks for more.
That's like the
Presses
closest we've
forward,
ever had
dodges the
to
stun, finds the third, and will be taken
Valorant
down.
looking
Seems
like
like
it.
3K is all that anyone's going to get on the side of GENG for this map.
Dude, Munchkin, man.
Double stack here at B main. Moniette asked to clutch
30
this out.
seconds left.
They're gonna be moving over towards B
Oops,
here
sorry,
pretty
chat.
quick. Are they gonna
My,
stack together is the big question.
The countdown thing.
Go. Nope.
I misclicked.
And there you go.
Ladian
Hound
and
him
Parker,
down,
thank you so much for the
13-5,
tier 1
a
and the
dominant
Prime,
showing
mate. I
from
appreciate that.
GENG on their
What do you think of
map
China's
pick of
chances to
Lotus?
make any noise at Toronto?
Swiftly
I think only
dispatching
XLG
RRQ
can
and taking
get
that
wins
first
from what I've
step
seen.
Towards being the first seed into the grand final here
be
in
honest.
stage 1 of Pacific.
Maybe there's like an upset for the other
That
team,
was
but
impressive, to say the least. I mean, yes, they're map pick, but still, they were dominant. I mean, that 4-round run that RRQ was able to string together, again, get the operator in hand, and they were able